0, 1. Let's get started. Hello, everybody. I thank y'all for tuning in today to the Prophets to the People podcast. And today I have my special guest, Miss Crystal Davis. Thank you for sitting down with me. And she's with the Blessed Servants Tax Office here in Raytown, Missouri. So thank you once again, Crystal. And she's also my auntie as well. So right now, everybody knows, tax season is upon us.
Yes.
So she has a tax office, and I said, that'll be a great thing to sit down and talk to someone, who does taxes, is, a professional in that area. And so, first question I want to ask you, Crystal, is how did you get into the tax business?
Actually, how I got into it is because I was tired of paying to get my taxes done. So it was really weird. I went to Liberty Tax Service and they said, "Hey, you want to go to school for taxes?" I was like, okay. After I filed my taxes with them, you can come to our tax school, learn how to do taxes. I said, oh, that might be an interesting thing. So one thing led to the next. Come to find out, I like numbers and I like people. I'm a people person. So I got the hang of it just like that. And so I was one of their top tax preparers there. I worked there for a long time, 17 years. And then, that's how I actually got into it. But that was on the tax preparation side. Now I have both sides of the business.
So what's the other side of the business?
The other side is the business owner side. And so now I'm dealing with vendors and software and employees. So I'm that person now. So, and I enjoy it. It's a good business. It's always going to be here. It's never going anywhere for sure. Because, we're going to always have to pay some taxes. And they always taking taxes out of our money. So, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, like when you first started, did you just do it seasonally during the tax season, or did you do it full time? Or
so people get the misconception that tax time is only from January to April. We do taxes all year long. Okay, and what I mean by that is people don't file their taxes on time. So that's why they got extensions out there. The extensions out there carry them till October. So they'll have till October the 15th to get those extensions done. So that's almost the whole year right there. So then you also have the ones that receive little letters from the IRS. So we also do that as well. It's called tax resolution. So we get on the phone, we talk to the IRS on their behalf. So we offer that service. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot more that goes into it than, like you said, they're just filing. Once you get your W-2, people are filing throughout the year.
Yes.
Maybe because they missed the deadline, or
either, we have late filers. We have the on time filers. We have the ones that want to file right away. And those are normally our highest tax preparation fees because they're doing what we call advances. They want to try to get some of their tax money ahead of time. So they'll come in. And we offer that here too as well. So one thing I've learned that in this business, you have to be able to offer what your competitors are offering to be in that business. Because if I'm not able to offer that advance, they're going to go where they can get it from. Okay.
So, yeah. So as far as, so I know you said you worked for Liberty Tax, and then y'all kind of did that all year round. So is that the only education that you had of it as far as in taxes? Like, did you go to school for finance or?
I didn't go to school for finance. So every year we have to have so many credits being a tax preparer, and we renew our P10s is what we call them. And every tax preparer has a P10. And then you go and you have to have like 18 credit hours in order to be able to be what we call a preparer that can speak with the IRS. Okay. So everybody in here, all of the employees have to have those 18 hours of credits every year. So we go back to the education. We also are trained on the new tax laws that come up. So if you got somebody out there that's just doing taxes any old way, and when I say that, we have a lot of those people, or people think I can just go get on TurboTax. Well, they might go get on TurboTax from last year. They might not have the latest TurboTax. You know what I'm saying? And then the software, it changes so every year. So you got to have a good software company, and that will take care of those changes for you. But you never stop learning in taxes. So I had a client one time. He says, I did somebody's tax return, and uh, they told me that I did it wrong because they were supposed to get such and such more money. And I said, oh, well, let me look at it. And what happened is he was not educated in the right to work credit that was out there. So he was going off some old software that he had, that he was still preparing somebody's taxes. So you got to watch out for those people out there. A lot of people, when they do TurboTax and all these little free tax places, they do the federal and don't do their states because they won't. Those people charge you for your states, and they be like, I ain't gonna do that. So they just forget about it. So then here they have to come and see me because they getting a letter from the state saying, hey, you filed your taxes and you didn't pay us, and you owe us this amount of money, which probably is not right because they're just going by what the federal has sent them. So until that is processed, you need to go and get that tax return done, that state tax return done. So, because I had a young lady just recently, they said, oh, you owe us $3,000. That's what the letter said. Mm-hmm. But it's all because she didn't file her state taxes. And when it came down to it, they owed her like $90. See, that's a big difference. So people need to beware of those free tax sites.
Yeah. So as far as like, because everybody want to, get as much money back as they can. So like, I know it's a difference between a W-2 person compared to a business or self-employed. There's different things. So like you said, because when you get a job, they give you the tax form, and then most people don't really know how to, how much to take out, how much not to, to give, so that way you can not be paying too much in taxes, but then too, you're not paying, enough.
And so that's another thing that we offer here at Blessed Servants. We educate our clients. Okay. So if you come in and I see you went exempt all year, I'm like, okay, if you go exempt all year, that means you're getting your money through the year. So you're going to owe at the end of the year. So don't do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people can do that if they have deductions. And when I mean that, if they have children or other stuff that they'll be able to deduct, then it might be okay for them to do that. And I tell people, think of it. Do you want to pay at the end of the year, or do you want to get a refund at the end of the year? Your destiny is your own. So I myself, I am a nurse as well. So I have two jobs. I make sure that that nursing job takes out a lot of taxes. So that way, when it comes down to it, and I add my business income on top of it, that I'm not on IRS a lot of money. I have a lot of deductions though. I have my employees to deduct. I have my vendors to deduct. I have supplies. I got mileage. I got there's a lot of deductions out there when you own your own business. So, yeah.
Yeah. So as far as like if you are a W-2, worker, and usually, how the more money you make, the more taxes and stuff like that. So
I tell people I like to look at it like this. If you work, at least take 10% out of your federal. Okay.
For the taxes.
Yes, for taxes. And do the same thing with your state. Take that 10% out. Then on your if you work a lot of overtime, then you want to add at least $25 a pay period. Because we got some people know, oh, I work a lot of overtime. Well, then you need to have more money taken out. because now you're going to be in a different tax bracket and they're going to charge you more taxes on your money. So,
So
yeah.
like throughout the year, I know you can make an adjustments to it. So like, um, so I guess if you know that probably you are working more, if you don't want to have to end up, should you speak with a tax like is that the benefit of having like a tax professional that you work with, like so you can
Hmm.
kind of speak with them throughout the year and
Yes. So it's a lot of benefits because we can guide you in the right direction. We help you fill out your W-4s. And that's something that you should look at every year. Everyone needs to look at their W-4. Am I taking out enough money? What happened last year? Did I end up owing? If I owe, then I need to change my W-4. I need to make some adjustments. And people don't think like that. They sometimes some people just do the same thing in and out. Why did you do that? Why didn't you change it? I was with a young lady. I do her taxes, and I said, "When last time you changed your W-4?" She said, "Huh?" I was like, "So when we looked, it had been like 6 years since she changed her W-4. Every year, you need to visit your W-4 and see that you're getting the right taxes taken out of your money." Yeah.
yeah, because so do like tax laws change every year too? Like like what was good last year, then you was getting extra money for maybe last year, or
Oh
do
yeah,
those things
tax
change too?
laws change all the time. There's always new updates. Okay. So yes, I haven't just seen a tax year where everything was just the same. So that's why you have to stay, if you're a business owner, you have to stay educated on what's out there as far as being tax professionals. We have to have the updates to know what to tell our clients, what they can take and what they can't take. Yeah. Some people like how much I get for this kid. It doesn't work like that. It depends on your income. And that's what a
Right.
lot of people think. Well, they said they was giving 6,000 per kid and stuff like that. No. We get a lot of that though. A lot of people come in and tell us they're, oh, well, I was told, I'm like, well, I'm going to tell you what the real deal is. And so you can take it, I can show you, and what you're going to get. So, and that's the benefit of coming to places like us. We'll sit down with you, we'll take all your paperwork, we'll put it in our system, and we'll let you know exactly this is what you're looking at. You know, you don't have to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know just once you get a job, like I used to just write zeros on some of those things, like
Hmm.
and not really like I didn't really,
Understanding
yeah, I didn't
what
really,
to fill out.
because it's just so much reading that you have to do sometimes, and so I think that's where a lot of people get intimidated too. It's just
The
I just want to
reading
get
or
my
what
check,
to do.
yeah.
Yes. And the W-4s are a bit confusing because they've changed them over the years. And now, where it used to be you could select this and this and this, and now if you married, you have to select married. That's what people think. You don't have to do that though. You can select single, and then at the end of the year, you can file a married tax return. Single means they're going to take out more taxes out of you. Exactly what that means.
Yeah.
Okay. If you file married, they're going to take less taxes out. So, head of household, they're going to take less taxes out. So, a lot of people claim their kids during the year. I tell them if you want a refund, you don't claim them kids during the year. You pick them up at the end when you file your taxes and then claim your kids. And then that way they're gonna be like, oh, we took too much money. We owe her money. So yeah.
And so I know you said you worked for Liberty Tax for 17. So how long have you owned your own business?
So we're going on since 21. That's when I opened up my business. So this is 25. So going on 4 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations with that.
Thank you.
So what made you want to own your own business?
Well, after working for Liberty Tax, I've been there a long time, and I just got to seeing the same old, same old. So I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be more connected to the community, and so these big H&R Block, Liberty Tax, they can't. They're not. Their frame of mind is to see how many tax returns we can get. That's what we want. More tax returns, more money. My frame of mind is, yeah, I like tax returns and yeah, I like money, so don't get me wrong. But I also want to educate the community. I also want to reach out to the community, to those who are less fortunate. I go down to Restart, and I go down there. That's the homeless shelter. There are clients down there that need to file their taxes, but they don't have a way to the tax office. They don't, some of them work down there. They live there, they're residents, they work, but they don't have a way to file their taxes. They don't have the money, So I work with them and help their clients file their taxes. Sometimes some of them haven't filed in years and they need to go back and see when they had that stimulus money. I was helping them go find and see if they can get their stimulus money. So, and see, Liberty Nim and H&R Block don't think like that. See, I am faith based. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's where my name came from," because I'm a very faith based. I'm a believer, and I trust God to lead me in the right direction. So I was like, okay, the name, I like it. What better place than go to somebody who are blessed to serve you? That's the behind my name. I'm blessed to serve you. And our mission, our logo there is from your hands to ours with care. And that's what we mean. Okay, we're going to take good care of your tax documents. We're going to make sure we're doing the best job for you. Okay, we have a guarantee just like the other people. So a lot of people are like, why go there? They don't, we do, So, and we stand behind our work. If we make a mistake, we fix it. We don't charge that off to the customer. We take care of it and right away. But a lot of times, like I said, I like to be out in the community. I'm a community person. I'm a people person. So that was one of I wanted to see, how can I be different from all these other tax offices? And that's one way I'm different. We also do a annual Easter egg hunt here for the community. So we have, ages, I think it goes from 0, 1, well, it's like 2 to 12 is what I think it is. So we do that Easter egg hunt, and that gives us also extra exposure, but it lets the community know that we care about the surrounding children here, because we are a part of this community. Yeah.
So so as far as like a tax professional, because like you were saying, like sometimes people, like I've done my own taxes for a little while too, but I'm not a tax professional. So like you saying, I could be missing out on stuff.
Could be.
I'm probably overlooking over things because I'm just trying to get it done. And so as far as like the reasoning behind maybe somebody not getting a tax professional because they think they saving money, but from your perspective, like what is the benefit of, I guess you're saying, having a tax professional? Because it could,
there's a lot of benefits. Like, so a lot of people think they have to pay us up front to get their taxes done too. That's not true. We can get our fees out of their refund. So you come right in and we can file your taxes and do what we call an RT. And when you get your refund, we get our payment. So don't let that be, I ain't got no money to go get my taxes done. Don't let that be the reason why you don't come see us. Because a lot of people don't know that, So you can come right on in, get your taxes done, and it's just like we billing you later for it. Yep. So, yeah.
And then, like you said, being able to have someone to kind of go along with you, maybe if you have to have questions about it throughout the year.
Yes.
As far as if your income changes and if it goes up or down.
Because,
like I said, I know, like you saying with a business, you can earn certain money and then, have certain deductions because you're a business. Like you see in the news all the time, like, what these millionaires, and they ain't paying. So I know it's a lot different compared if you're a business owner, and you're an employee,
Yes, but anybody who has a business should not be doing their taxes by themselves. I'm going to tell you that, because unless you are a tax professional like me, I do my own taxes, but also there's a lot of deductions that people don't give themselves when they have their business. They be like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, well, I didn't know I can do that. Well, in order to get them people come to us too, because they be like, I had a guy, he had somebody, some average Joe, file his taxes for his business, gave him no deductions. He owed the IRS a lot of money just because his taxes wasn't filed right. So, in order to make that right, you need to do an amendment. Okay. Yeah. He owed him like thousands of dollars because the guy never didn't give him any type of deductions on his business. So, and
Yeah.
you know, the IRS, when he filed that tax return, IRS sent that letter out. We want our money.
So I guess how do you vet a tax person that like I know I'm talking with you right now,
Mm-hmm.
and you're explaining a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but say like just a everyday person, like you said, they go into Liberty Tax or H&R or just
Mm-hmm.
somebody they see in the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
but how are they able to know they know what they talking about compared to
Yeah, you have to sit down, ask questions. I'm just going to tell you, sit down and ask questions. That's how you find out. Okay. You can tell a new preparer from a very seasoned preparer. Okay.
Mhm.
The more knowledgeable preparers, are going to be the ones that are answering your questions just like that. The ones that are not, they're going to be stumbling around. They're going to be like, well, let me ask. But I'm not going to say, because they're all in the learning. So don't get me wrong. But here we have all of my preparers or seasoned preparers here. They've came from H&R Block. They came from Liberty Tax. And yeah, so these people that are here are very well versed in tax uh, software in the tax language,
yeah.
and they can give you the information that you need. So you just want to make sure that these people are doing right by you and that they have everything in place. So yeah.
Yeah, mainly so somebody with some experience or maybe working alongside somebody that has
Yeah.
experience that's
Or even have, if you look in and see that, that they the only person in there and they don't know nothing, then you might not want to be there.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I'm realizing. Like you're saying, you can either owe taxes or you can get money back.
A
But
lot of time people just want to break even.
yeah, just break
I
even
don't
on
want to
that.
owe. I don't care if I don't get anything.
Yeah, just at least break even. Um,
Yeah.
because like even so I know this, but I know can you like a W-2, can you write off like I guess
You,
taxes for
you
like
can't write
property
off.
taxes and stuff like that or no?
You can't write off. You talking about for property taxes? So that's coming into what we're talking about. Itemizing.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is the government gives you a certain amount as a single person, as a head of household person, as a married filing joint person. They give you this money over here as a deduction for each and every tax individual. Okay. Now, when you come to itemize, you have to come up over that amount that they give you. Okay. So,
For you to qualify for
yeah,
that
and that's
deduction.
called the standard deduction. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're itemizing and you think you can come up over what the IRS is giving you, then
Mhm.
go ahead and itemize. A lot of time people cannot because they make that amount high enough. Like, okay, for Mary Fallon jointly, can you come up over $28,000 in deductions? That's what you look at for
That's
Mary
what you
Fallon jointly. If you can't, then you need to take that standard deduction.
and the deductions can be like what like cell phone bills or
See,
car
not
not
no, not on a W two.
gas and stuff like that.
All that stuff goes on people who have businesses.
Businesses only.
Okay, you
Yeah.
can't write off none of that on just a W two salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that at all. Yeah,
Yeah. So I know that's why a lot of times some people do say, getting into business and stuff like that can help you to I guess save money in that aspect. Like you can write a lot of stuff off compared to if you work
well, the
person
other thing on writing off, I'm gonna
right
tell you,
now.
when you own a business, you can't write. You don't want to write off all of everything and don't have anything to show, like you don't have any income. So if you write off everything, your first couple years are going to be your most important, writing off a lot of things because you're starting up and you're going to end up taking losses because you trying to get this business off the ground.
Mhm.
And you may take losses for a couple years, but at some point you got to start showing a profit. Okay, have to start showing a profit. And with a business, you need to be making quarterly payments to the IRS. So at the end of the year, all those quarterly payments are added to your tax return at the end of the year. And then if you owe anything else after that, then you will pay a lesser amount. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when businesses, you need to do quarterly payments to the IRS, especially if you're making a lot of money. Okay. So, and we set that up too for people. So that's why you want a tax professional, because we're going to encourage you, hey, you need to make estimated tax payments to the IRS, quarterly tax payments to them. And it depends on, it goes on like your current year. So say you finish doing, you're filing your taxes, you find out you owe the IRS $5,000. Okay. And it's because you didn't set back any money for taxes, or you didn't send quarterly payments. So next year, what we want to do is set you up to pay quarterly payments. We're going to split that 5,000 up in quarterly payments.
So you don't have to pay as much.
So then, yeah, that money will be set aside. But it might change if you make more money. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
But you won't owe. You had 5,000 already there that you paid.
So it's like a 1099 employee. Is that the same as
1099 is another. You have to write off things with a 1099 if you can.
Yep.
Some 1099s you can't. So, but yeah.
So like you said, as with the 1099, do you need to necessarily show profit? You know what I mean? Since you're working for yourself, I guess.
No, because some employers give their employees 1099s. So there probably won't be nothing to write off. What it is the employer's not paying your taxes. You're going to pay your own taxes on your money, is what it's saying. They're giving you the responsibility of doing that. So if you made $52,000 and they didn't take out any taxes, you can bet your bottom dollar at the end of the year, you're going to have to pay taxes on that money.
So they should probably handle it the same way, I guess, as a business then.
Like yeah, set some money back. Okay. Yeah. If you're a 1099 employee, you should set some money back for your taxes. It depends on how much money you think you're going to make for the year. So if you're going to work a lot of overtime, then you need to set back some more money. Have some money put away so when tax time comes, you can take care of that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, is this your first time starting a business, or have you had any other businesses before this?
No, this is my first time starting a business. So, and starting a business, you want to make sure when you're starting up a business that you have money to start up. A lot of people have the misconception about, I'm going to get a loan and I'm going to start this business up. Well, it don't work like that. You need to have you at least save up some money. And I'm going to tell everybody, save you up some money. It depends on what type of business you in. You want to look at what all you trying to do, but you need to have your own money up front first to get that business going. Now, after you get it going, the other side to it is if you want to go ask for some money, you need to show that you are making a profit. So that goes back to trying to write off everything. If you write off everything and you're in the negative, nobody going to give you any money because they're going to say, oh, well, you're not making any money. So how can I give you some money? Oh, okay. When you start showing me a profit, then I can loan you some money. And so, and that's where a lot of misconception come in that, oh, I can go get a loan. Somebody going to give me a business loan. And, but the first thing they're going to ask you for is your last couple years of tax returns. Yes, they are. And if you haven't filed any tax returns, that's even worse. So they're gonna be like, oh, well, you need to go file your last 2 years taxes, for we can see what your business is doing,
Yeah.
yeah. So you have to, as a business owner, you have to file your taxes. I can't tell you how many businesses that are out here and not filing taxes. How many people out here doing business and not filing taxes. So now we have the new BOI reporting. So if you register with the state of Missouri, and you have a business, and you're supposed to be, is mandated that you're supposed to be reporting your business. Okay.
Yeah.
They ask you a few little questions. And so they've been putting this on hold. They've been going back and forth on it. Okay, you had to have this report in by, it was supposed to be in by January of this year, but they got a lot of court cases around it. So it's kind of on hold. And then it goes back into, okay, we're going to do it till another time. So it's been going back and forth. I'm going to tell everybody who have a business, just go to the site and report your business. Because what they're trying to do is penalize people for not reporting their business and their income. And because there's a lot of dummy businesses out here too.
Mhm.
So this is what they're cracking down on, because this department is like a fraud division department. Okay. They want to make sure that these businesses that are out here are credible, and that this is just not like a money laundering scheme or something like that. So a lot of people are not doing, or don't know how to do these reports either. And it's simple, but we offer that service here as well. We can go and get that report done for you. So,
So what can they be fined or shut down or something like that?
oh,
Or
the
not?
fines are ridiculous. They starting out with $10,000 fines, $500, $580 or $91 every day
Mm.
until you get it filed. And it's the penalty is going to be very bad on that. And they're already saying, when you fill out that report, okay, you owe us this amount of money. So they have been talking about this for a couple years, but they really are cracking down on it. They need to go. It's like the FinCEN. It's the BOI reporting. Go online, check it out. BOI reporting. Anybody who have a business, you better get that report done, and you need to get it done right away. Right now, while they're still at court trying to figure out what they want to do with it, just go to the website and fill it out. So it
Right.
doesn't cost you anything right now, but they are going to start charging for it. I've seen that. So,
Yeah. So that's probably a warning for
mm,
somebody out there that's gonna see
yeah.
this.
And now, if you come to us, we are going to charge you to get that done, because we're actually going to go in and take that information and do it for you. So some people are just not literate, they don't like messing with the computers or stuff like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, so let's
Yeah.
get that report done. That's a big thing.
All right. And then I know you said you do nursing,
Oh
and you
yeah.
do the business also.
Hmm.
So how do you find time to balance both? You know?
So I'm the boss.
Oh yeah.
So I have 5 employees, okay, including the secretary. She's one of the five. So most of the time they're in here, and I come in during the week. So I don't work Monday through Sunday through Thursday at the hospital. I work weekends. So
Okay.
that make it easy for me to be able to come in, still take care of my clients that I have, because I have my own clients. They're not gonna go to nobody else but me, and so I take care of them, and then still manage the rest of what's going on around here in the office, and yeah, and check on my employees and make sure everything is okay.
All right. And then what do you like about having your own business?
I like, because I can set my hours. I can set the days I want to be open. I can do my holidays. Um, I can point the business in the direction that I want to go. I can reach out to the community. So also, what this I am a part of the. If you own a business and you're in a community, you want to be part of the Chamber of Commerce in that community. So you know what's going on around you. You know the businesses around you. Okay. So yeah, we do a lot of networking. So it's a fee. I'm gonna tell anybody, yeah, you might have to pay a fee to be a part of it, but be a part of your chamber of commerce community. Know what's happening in your community. Okay, get to meet some of the other business owners, see what they're doing. Uh, that's what I'm saying. You have to reach out, see what technology is out there. A lot of times we live in our walls of our own businesses and we don't get out and see what's happening. And so you need to do that. So, yeah.
So like, how did you get a lot of your customers? When you started in
Well,
field.
a lot of my customers, now we advertise, don't get me wrong, you have to advertise as well. Even my signs on the outside of my windows tell you exactly what we do in here. We do also do payroll. We do bookkeeping, IRS resolutions. We do I-10 registrations, and those registrations are for immigrants who need a tax ID number, and they are here in the United States.
Mhm.
It helps them to get cars. It helps them to get houses. A lot of them don't have Social Security cards, so we do what we call a W-7 on them. So we have that availability here, and everybody don't do those. We are listed with the IRS as well as being able to do that, and we get a lot of phone calls from those people because in this area, it's not too many people doing that. So, um, and so, yeah, you have to stay up on what's going on. So,
All right. And then also, is there anything that uh, you don't like about having your own business?
paying all these bills
Oh yeah.
that I had to pay, and nobody likes that, but you have to do it. Yeah, you have to keep your bills paid. Got to keep your employees paid. And that's the only thing I would say. I mean, because I pretty much like taxes. I get excited about them every year. And then I get my clients. A lot of my clients come from people I know, word of mouth. We get a lot of word of mouth. Oh boy, we get a lot of word of mouth. Oh, my auntie said you do her taxes, and I need to come and make an appointment. And so, but she told me don't go to nobody but you. So a lot of our clients come from our personal, but then we get clients. We have a website.
Mhm.
They go to our website and they like what they see there. You want to make sure you have a great website and make sure that who's hosting that website is credible as well. Okay, so we have like Cumulus. They help me with my website, and they the one who hosts my website. So that's a credible source there. So and I pay a fee for it, but it's well worth it because people are out there searching the web, trying to see who's in this area, who can I go to. So we do that. We do coupons. We do. I drop them off at local businesses. I leave my business cards at businesses. So we're out there. You have to get out there if you want people to come in and see you. You also have to offer them something that they can use. We offer the refund advance. So you come in, you can apply to get up to $7,000 of your tax money from the bank that I use. Okay, so a lot of people you have to have that bank to fund their tax returns like that. So there's no getting away around some of the people that you have to pay. In order to make your business run smoothly, you need to make sure you got the right people in place. People that you trust too, because everybody out there is not. And I find that out. And you can switch up. And it's all a learning process. In the beginning, you might get a company, they be like, oh, they charging me an arm and a leg to do this one over here. This company only charging me that. So do your research. Look
So
out there.
so where did you get your business savviness? Did you get it from, like, do you have other family members, or did you grow up around people that was in business?
And actually, I didn't. But I've always been a person that had more than one job, or something going on.
Yeah.
I sell Avon. I still sell Avon. That's technically another business, but I don't count that as business. I do file it on my tax return because I still do a little Avon sales. But I just been that go getter person all my life. I want to go do things. I am very active,
Mhm.
so that just keeps me busy. And when you like taxes, it makes a big difference. When you like doing what you do, you like meeting new people, you like, crunching those numbers and, getting these taxes in there and seeing what you can do to help them to get the best tax return. Hey, I need these deductions. I need to know how much you paid, how much they paid you. These are questions we're constantly asking our business clients, and so we like that. We get a rush. Tax professionals get a rush, with that. So yeah. Yeah, business savvy. I've always been that, I guess, from when I was little. I used to dance for the elderly. They said, we give you 50 cents. I go out there and break dance for them. Give me my 50 cents and I'll be gone. I've always had my hustle, I guess they call it. So
Yeah.
but this is my first storefront business, and I love it. Location is key. That's another thing. So you need to be seen. Okay. I tried when I first opened up the business, I had 3 offices, and we were off of 31st and Oak, and it just wasn't what I needed. Okay. My clients, they had to come up all these steps. The elevator wasn't working. So you want to make sure you check out on all of those things. Is this accessible for my clients? Wheelchair accessible? All of that. Because we have elderly clients, we have disabled clients. So you want to make sure that this is the spot. I needed this spot. And I looked and searched for it. And just so happened I was going to do another spot down the street. I said, but it's too big and it doesn't give me what I really want. So what I did is just waited, and I told the people I was there, I said, hey, this is not what I want. I need a spot. I need a back office where I can have it keep my files and stuff under lock and key. And so they were like, oh, well, we'll have a building open for you here. And if you want to go by and look at it. When I came, I said, oh, this is the perfect spot. Okay. It used to be a Fantastic Sounds in here. So they had to take out all the sinks and stuff. So they did a good job. But yeah, I'm very excited about being here, going on our 4th year. I see longevity, because we get more and more tax returns each year. Last year we did over 300 some tax returns. So
So it's
my
continuing to
goal is to
grow.
at least do like 500 or more, and we're working towards that. So a lot of our customers, like I said, I got people to Confirmation or Block and Liberty. A lot of our clients followed us. We didn't tell them to come. They like, we're not going nowhere else. Hey, you've been doing my taxes for years. I'm not going. If you're not there, I ain't there. And and that's because they trust us. When you got a tax professional, you want somebody you can trust and that I talk to my tax clients like we good friends because we are. I'm taking your personal interest. This is your life in my hands. And you're entrusting that to me to do right by you. So yeah, we are good friends. And so
All
yeah,
right. Lastly, um, what advice would you give to the next generation of business owners?
have some money stored up. Know what location you want to be in. Do your research. Always keep your education up in whatever business you want to get in. Stay up to date with technology. Also, be a part of the community. Get to know your neighbors. Uh, there's just so many things. Be prepared to struggle the first year or two because you're still trying to get the grasp of it. And don't give up. Keep going. Even though it looks tough, but you also want to be able to have a backup plan. So like my nursing, that's my backup plan. If I need money, I take money from there and I fund my business. I don't look around and say, who can I go and get. That's never been my train of thought. Oh, I can go get somebody, give me some, loan me some money. That means more bills you have to pay out. So eventually where you want to be is your business start paying for itself. So you don't have to go get that money. You see what I'm saying? So right now, like what I make during the year, it pays my employees, it pays my vendors, it pays, whatever I need. So also they want to make sure their credit is good. Don't mess your credit up and think you want to go get a business.
Yeah.
Okay? Keep your credit good. Also, go get you a business bank account. Do not mix your personal bank account with your business money. You don't do that. Also, you don't take money for your business to do what you want to do. And what
Right.
your business money that you make is for your business. Now, and if you want to pay yourself as an employee of your business, then you can do that. If you just take money out your business, that's you embezzling money from your own business.
Yeah. So do
Okay.
that.
So yeah, those are just some of the things. And if you're passionate about it, stick with it. Uh, get a good name for your business. Do some research. Don't just, the name I got, I liked it. I like it. It fits what I'm trying to do. I am blessed to serve people. That's my whole thing there. And I want people to know that they can trust me. So uh be intentional about your business. Put people in place that you can trust. Okay. Sometimes people want to put their friends in. Everybody not trustworthy. Be conscious of that. Okay. Know your business. Know both sides. I'm on the tax preparer side of my business and I'm on the owner side of my business. Okay. I'm not just the owner. I'm also a tax preparer in my business. So I know how to do every job in here. So that's what you need to know.
All right. Well, thank you, Crystal, for sitting down with me today. You gave us a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Everybody, keep tuning in. I don't want to miss this episode. Like I said, it's tax season. So if you want to come and check her out, what's the address here, Chris?
My address is 11573 East 63rd Street, Raytown, Missouri, 64133.
Yeah, and I'll
Okay.
post the information in the
Okay.
description
And
also.
here's a business card too.
All right.
So that
Yeah, I'll
way,
post that on there.
yeah. So yeah, it's tax time. Don't be too late. Don't be the last minute. Yeah, come on in, call, set up an appointment, and we'll be glad to take care of you guys. If you got questions, you're a business owner, give us a call as well. We can help you guys out as well. If you want trying to get started on a business, we help with that too. So, and anytime that you're starting up a business, you need to have multiple things that you offer your clients so that you're not just stuck with just one thing. You want to have uh, multiple options to bring in revenue. Okay. All right.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for your time today, and y'all have a good evening.
All right.